Welcome to Sunshine Art and Drawing. Today I'm going to be showing you this Faber Castell Creative Studio 18 watercolor pans set. It includes a brush and a tin case and lid. So I'm just going to show you the lid. The two things that I noticed straight away is that the lid and the base are kind of wobbly, as if the metal is warped a little bit. It might be just like a defect on my set. And the other thing that I noticed is that the colors aren't in the same order in my pack as they are on the box, and I don't know whether that's just like, a weird thing, but they're just not in the same order, which took me a couple of goes to write out what the colors are. But as you can see, the tin is really sturdy and strong. It's really nice. It's got an embossed Faber Castell logo, and I'll just zoom in and show you the pans themselves. They're nice and large, so you get quite a bit, and they're like deeply sort of in there. And that's the lid there. You can see the palette side there, and there's the embossed front where it says Faber Castell. I think it's really stylish packaging in this nice navy blue color. It looks really good. So let's do some swatches. The color of the swatches are in order at the bottom of the screen, so if you want to know which one it is, just have a look at the bottom and you'll see the colors. But they come with a great range of really standard colors, so you get all your cadmiums, your crimsons, your ochres and your burnt siennas, and all of those normal colors, as well as some really nice bright pinky purpley colors as well. They're highly pigmented and transparent, so you can build them up and make a really thick color. As you can see, the first swatch I do is a really built up thick color, but then you add the water in and you can see how they go transparent really well, and the color looks really nice. I'm just doing these swatches on a standard watercolor paper from Derwent. It's just their normal watercolor pad. I wanted to pick something that was about the same price range just to give it a good chance, but in the end I used some proper watercolor paper because I think it looked nicer when I did the colors. But as you can see, I'm just going to mix two colors together here to see how well they mix. I'm just doing the light green and the dark green and adding some layers of colors over the top and see how that goes. And here I'm just going to test out the white. Now I'm trying to get that green to go as white as the paper before it, so let's try and blend that green out into the white, and you can see it does a pretty good job. The white is really nice and opaque, which is pretty surprising for a watercolor set. A lot of the time the white isn't. So I just wanted to put some water down and show you how far the colors run. When you're looking at watercolors, colors like purples and reds will always run more. I'm not sure why that is, but they just do. But here they are dried the next day, so you can see what the colors look like after they have dried. They're really bright, really pigmented. I'm really enjoying this set. Like, it's probably the nicest watercolor set I've had in a while. So let's test out in some proper watercolor paper, and I want to show you how the colors run. So you can see those purples and the red just go crazy. They just run like mad, but that's because the red and the purple has red in it, so the ingredients just seem to flow a lot more. But I did a little rainbow there just to see the colors flow into each other, and you can see the red tries to just take over. And it's the same when you do sort of from dry to wet, or when you do a wet line and then a dry line next to it, they'll just run into each other. So I thought I would give it a try and do a bit of a sun at the bottom. I like drawing suns. It's a bit of a sort of a YouTube logo kind of thing for me. I like to draw the suns a lot. So here I'm just doing some yellow and then mixing a darker color into it just to see how that goes, and it seems to look really pretty. And here I want to do some sort of glazy layers, so I'm doing like a very thin layer of the bright purple and then doing layers over the top after it dries, and just seeing if you can sort of see the streaks behind it as well. And while that was drying, I thought I would do some sort of detail painting with the brush that was included, which turned out really nice. And every time it dried, I would just add another layer over the top of that purple at the top, just to see if you can still see the colors through it, which you can. The glazing kind of capability of this is really nice, so it's able to put one color over the other and still see the detail underneath. And after I'd finished this one, I thought I would do a bit of a tree sort of design over the top of that purple part at the top, and just see how much of a thick pigment I can put over something we've already painted. So I'm doing a thick blue and then a dark green as well, and then I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then I put a little bit more light green over the top. And here you can see dried overnight, this is what it looks like. So as you can see, all the colors do blend together. I'm not sure about the blue to the green, that does look a little bit strange, but the rest all blended really well. And you can see that the little artwork I did there with the white turned out really opaque and pretty. So now that I've completed that there, I just wanted to try and paint something. So I'm going to be painting a little branch and some trees and leaves, and also a cute little koala and his little baby koala as well. So I'm going to pop the music on and just let you enjoy that, and I will come back at the end and just give you some of my final thoughts and sort of a bit of an idea of whether you should pick this set up or whether you should give it a skip. So here I'm just using the white to do some highlights. I'm doing his belly, the little white parts of his fur that are kind of white and grey, and also a bit of touch up on the nose and the eyes to give just that little bit of highlight, show a bit of depth. But I thought he turned out really cute. It's like a dad koala and his little son, and he's teaching him how to pick the best leaves so that he gets the best eucalyptus leaves, makes him grow nice and strong. But as koalas do, they're always on that hunt for that best leaf. So now that that one's done, I thought I would show you a few of the other artworks that I have completed using this same set. So the first one is this cute little echidna. He's quite adorable. He's based off of a plush toy that I did, and I did this on the Derwent paper. I don't like the Derwent paper. It feels kind of cheap. So here's some on watercolor paper. So here's the koala that I completed. And here is one I did with purples and pinks. It's supposed to be like laying in a bath bomb. And here is a cute little couple of kitty cats that I tried to do in the watercolor. And here is probably my most proudest one. It's just like a bit of a sunset. Thanks so much for all the support. I hope you guys have a super sunshiny day. I will see you next week. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, there's a playlist on the left. And if you'd like to subscribe, click that lovely sun on the right. Have a sunshiny day, guys. I'll see you next week.